Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sports Gladiators. I'm sorry to hear a little bit of that help. We're trying something different tonight. Mike is actually in the same room,
Studio, baby. What's that?
so we're doing a little show before the game starts. So if you want to hop on in, feel free. How you doing, Mike?
Doing good. Unfortunately, being at John's house, the Master Chief will not be involved in tonight's program.
You didn't bring Master Chief here?
I didn't bring Master Chief. So.
He should have made the trip.
Eagles. This is it, baby.
Yeah,
77 nothing.
we obviously can't talk about the Eagles game because they haven't played yet.
Yeah, we can. 77 nothing.
77 nothing?
That's the score.
Okay.
At halftime.
At halftime. So that'd be really nice.
Early night. Starters will be out in the first quarter.
That's fine by me.
We're only missing who tonight? We're missing who's on the IR?
Alante Manic.
He just went on the IR today, though.
Yes.
Wasn't he game to game when we talked earlier?
Yes.
Okay.
He's out for 4 weeks.
And then who is the other player we getting him back to? The defensive guy, also one?
Yeah, Josiah Scott.
Yeah, he's out. Is he on IR or is he just out right now?
I think he's actually active for me. So.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Preparation for the Eagles.
That's great.
Destruction of the Commanders.
Thanks for popping in, Ted. I know you don't know what to talk about, but thanks for the like.
What's up, Ted? Thanks for stopping in and supporting us, buddy. I appreciate it. We're going to get a movie night, doing some classics, Wayne and the Rat Pack. And when we do, we're going to invite you on here to chat with us.
Tyler, what's up?
Tyler.
We got Theodore.
That's Tyler's new one?
He's on Twitch.
Oh, he's on Twitter. Oh, yeah, he's always gaming.
Let's go, Buck.
Don't get me started on the Bucks, dude.
I mean, they did win yesterday, but
you guys are the furthest thing away from a playoff spot. It's not even funny.
Yeah, but being in a division like theirs, it helps.
Oh, it does. The other division isn't awful. I got Buffalo there. No, wait. Sorry, guys. I'm in the wrong thing. I'm thinking of Brady on the Patriots. So.
No.
It's
Tampa Bay, Saints, Falcons, and the Panthers.
Yeah, that's a weak division.
Yes.
Very weak division.
A win is a win. Yeah?
Yeah, win is a win, but let me tell you something. Your quarterback needs to stay in the pocket instead of trying to run this Philly special where he tripped himself and allowed an interception. Sorry, dude. When you're 75 years old, you shouldn't be running that play.
At least he agrees. Our division is so fun.
But you're right, a win is a win. So you guys got one, but that's as soon as you guys play any playoff caliber teams, you're going to lose and lose big.
Yep.
Didn't they lose their running back? Isn't Fournette out now?
No, Fournette's still playing. Plus, they have Rashard White who stepped up.
Oh, okay.
So.
What was that crazy rookie on the Packers? How come he hasn't been utilized more? Holy cow.
What, Watson?
Their rookie receiver. So
yeah.
You know names better than I do. I can only tell you what I watched, dude.
Christian Watson, and he's just inconsistent.
Yeah, but he's super fast, scoring 3 touchdowns. He's like, he gets himself over. I mean, I was like, why hasn't this guy been in the game plan all year?
Because he drops passes.
Okay, if you say so.
Probably hated that play. I got first one that way.
Yeah, I know, Tyler. What is up with that? I would have never, ever run that play. It didn't work in the Super Bowl, and it didn't work here. Except this time it was worse because he tripped himself.
Hey, it worked for Philly.
He did work for Philly.
It worked for us, so.
Where's Curtis at?
I don't know. Good question.
I wait for Curtis here because the Dolphins are just dominating people.
Yeah, with Buffalo losing yesterday, Miami moves up to first, the Jets are in second, and then Buffalo falls all the way to third.
The Jets second sounds so unnatural.
Yeah, well, when you have a good season, so.
It's craziness.
And Buffalo's biggest problem is they're losing division games, and they gave that game away yesterday.
Oh, they should have won. Yeah, I saw that game. Part of the game, I should say. Second half.
Tyler's still trying to get that petition going.
Get Leftwich out on the
He's been saying that for a while.
Leftwich was a so-so quarterback, but he shouldn't be coaching right now.
No.
I mean, look at Saturday, man, leading the Colts to a victory. First game, no experience.
Yeah.
What is up with that?
I mean, surprising, yes, but also show you how bad the Eagles are.
There he is. Yo, Curtis, man.
Yeah, he's a Miami fan, remember?
Yeah, I'm just letting you go. I froze to let you talk to Curtis first.
No, I mean, you're the one that wanted to win.
What's up, Curtis? Me and John are actually in the same room. So if you're echo, sorry. It's great for you to be here, though, man. Your Dolphins are looking sweet. Sweet.
Yeah, if they keep full health, definitely. So.
The only thing their defense was solid for the last couple of years. I don't understand why they're not more dominant on defense.
I mean, injuries play a number. Inconsistency plays another one.
Well, that's true. I thought their defense would really help pick up their offense, and it does a decent job. But in the past, they've been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just like Buffalo's defense suddenly can't shut anybody down.
As long as Tua can stay healthy 100%, you got to keep him healthy. So, and you got Giants are looking great. I can say that as a Eagles fan, but the Giants look great. You got healthy Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley's running nuts.
Yeah, but I'm getting sick and tired of saying the Eagles are going to run the table 0-17 or 17-0. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
All that does is, look, the Giants got to play that year. The Patriots were running that for the 19-0 season. Yeah, they barely beat the Giants, and that helped the Giants have motivation going to the Super Bowl. So,
yeah.
losing one game is not horrible.
I mean,
The only thing, Curtis, I have to say about Miami, I'm glad you guys, the running game's starting to come around. I like it. I do like it. I am not, because of the massive injury he suffered in college with his hip, I just don't know if longevity is in his future. That's the only thing about him. I mean, he's been injured, concussion, but what I'm talking about, that was major hip surgery. And I just wonder if that's going to come back to bite him. That's all. And all I'm saying is longevity. I'm not saying, I just don't know, That's my only worry.
Like he said, they got the running game going. They got Jeff Wilson in the trade with the San Francisco Giants. No, 49ers, sorry. But, you need a balanced offensive attack, and Miami's getting it.
Well, I hope so, Curtis, that the Eagles win the Super Bowl. That'd be great.
One game at a time.
So I didn't like what was put on the score today. They wrote that the Eagles have a surprisingly soft schedule. I'm like, surprisingly? What's surprising about it? That's made long before. Why would that be surprising? They only picked to win 9 games. So how is it suddenly surprising that they're beating teams that didn't do well? You wouldn't know that. You know what I mean? I don't know why you would say that.
Yeah, well, that's before they got A.J. Brown and all that stuff.
No, that's right. John and I talked about this yesterday. But I just think that they shouldn't be talking about that. So
No.
That's better than what Steve Young did, though. Was that 2012 when he said that we had a dream team?
Yeah, eventually.
I don't know. Awesomeall was great with the Raiders, but he sucked with the Eagles.
How was this? I just discovered about for so long.
What is right? Exactly, Chris. That's what. Yeah, I was telling John yesterday, and then I just brought it up again today. It's made ahead of time, so I don't know. Especially when you in the before the league started this year, we were picked to win, like I said, 9 games. And John and I talked about that. But the point is, it's like you didn't know how these teams were going to be sucky. I just don't know how you can say that.
No, it's an injury factor.
Well, yeah, we haven't been bitten, as I knock on more wood. We haven't really been bitten too much with the injury bug, the Eagles, but
Every thought Dallas would be good, but then they lost Zach.
Yeah, Dallas has a decent defense, except it vanished again fourth quarter of yesterday's game.
Yeah, we were watching the game, so.
Yeah, that was crazy. The Packers came all the way back. So go ahead, John.
I'm just reading what Curtis is saying, and he's absolutely right.
Oh, he's absolutely right. Absolutely correct. Sometimes next man up strategy does not work.
Nope.
How do you think about tonight, John, without Maddox there?
I mean, it's going to be a test. Jose Scott's going to have to go up against Johan Dotson. He's a rookie at Penn State, but he's a speedster. So.
I mean, really? As I look over at John in the room.
no games are given. You got to prepare every week. You got to show up every day. So we shall see.
We shall see. I don't expect tonight's game to be that difficult.
Like sometimes the Giants fan. Oh, absolutely. If you're a Giants fan, you're happy the Packers won because that just helps the Giants because now they puts them a head down.
I know. Did you see Dallas's head coach through his headset and everything? He was so pissed off about that drive. I'm just dying.
Because I mean, Mike's the one that starts to play, not me.
John starts to fight all the time. He makes me bring him food. He makes me bring him drink. I have to polish all his shoes while I'm here. Kiss his ass. I have to bathe him with a loofah.
Yeah, and you keep.
Yeah, we won't start fighting. I love John.
He might start going on TV, but
Yeah, but we're not going to be live then.
no.
Because no.
I mean, unless you want to watch a game while we're live.
If John gets angry, dude, he's scary. As you noticed by his Phillies post.
Yeah. Money was fun.
There's a lot of money, John. I don't know. He's supposed to be keeping up on it.
I've got to get it put in my head.
Isn't that going to Kelsey's charity, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Money, money, money. Money. Yeah, when you guys watch, by the way, also add a like or a love, one of those Facebook things. Yeah, is that what that is? No, some reactions, thumbs up as well.
Yeah.
Well, whatever, all reactions. Do that as well, guys. It helps. It does help. We love you being here, and you don't have to do it. I'm just suggesting.
No, that's good to make a suggestion.
Tyler, don't make me buy like a PS5 and just smoke your ass at every sport game and every game possible. I'll beat you at Pac-Man. Bring it, Curtis. I'm not Curtis. Bring it, Tyler.
I'm actually looking at hockey standings now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let John handle hockey. I'm really bad at doing hockey. And tonight's score, I already said, Tyler, it's going to be 77-0 at the half. Eagles are going to set the record. I think it'll be more like 190-0 tonight.
I don't like to make scores for it.
He's going to pass for 2,000 yards. So
because your Canadians are 8-6-1, they've won 2 games in a row. So it's just, you're in a very tough division.
that I know.
Well, Boston Bruins are 14-2.
But yeah, he's a Montreal Canadiens fan. Why you bring up the Bruins?
I'm just saying, that's who's in the division.
Buy Xbox. Tyler, I own every machine out since the dawn of time. I have a Pong machine. I have the 2600. I have Nintendos. I have everything. And yes, I have Xbox regular, Xbox One, Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have everything. Any system you want. And I will toast you.
I'm not getting in that plate.
We'll talk about that in a video game segment eventually.
Yes.
Maybe we'll do some wagering on how bad Tyler beats me. Because he probably will beat me at other games.
Well, I have that video game show ready to go. Waiting to after the holidays.
Yep. John has planned this out. He's going to possibly do the gaming draft, right, John?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll explain that more in the future, but I just wanted to support John.
Stay away from the Xbox. You need to put batteries in the controller.
I know, Curtis. You know how many batteries I purchased? I know it's absolutely crazy how many batteries I purchased.
Even Ron thinks we're happening.
Ron is on. Ron. We love Ron. Yeah. Ron Tessie, baby. It's the key. It's Ron time.
With a capital E?
Yes, T. You got Ron. I can't do an R really well. And then you got the testing factor, baby. Love him on the show. Extremely knowledgeable about pretty much every sport and professional wrestling.
Nice.
He knows pretty much everything.
I'll put you on the second Dreamcast. Wow.
All right, I got a Dreamcast. Let's go.
Talk about a flashback.
Yeah, we'll play the early 2K games.
NFL 2K with Randy Moss on the cover.
Yeah, we'll play the other one. That's fine.
Just saying, I remember playing it. I actually have a Sega Genesis somewhere in this house.
Genesis. I had the Genesis. I had the Sega CD.
Sega CD.
Got a Vextrax, look that one up. I do not have it in television though. It's one system I don't have. I have a ColecoVision. I do not have it in television though. Yeah, anytime, Ron. You being on the show, man, just makes it better, dude. We love you on here. Your knowledge is immense, sir. Yeah, me either, Curtis. I don't play that franchise. That's probably where you guys would just absolutely smoke me on that thing.
Ain't so fun though.
True. Hey, Ron, since you're here, man, what's your prediction for tonight's Eagles game? Answer that at your convenience, sir. Ooh. So, I don't know where you can stay in hockey for a while.
No, we don't have to.
How are the Flyers doing?
The Flyers are showing who the Flyers are. Started off hot, but then went down to now 7-6-2. And they lost 3 games in a row.
I got one too, Ron. It's awesome, man. We should play. ColecoVision.
I might have heard of that.
You should have.
You ordered them, sorry.
It's true. We'll talk about ColecoVision and some of my stories about that on our gaming. I'm not going to tell them right now because they're just not continuing to support at the moment. But yes, no, I could go on and on about the ColecoVision stuff. Yeah, I got the Brocky punch. We're not going to go into it. Never mind. Problem is ColecoVision, just to let you guys know with Coleco and thing. ColecoVision was much better. It was a very good game since it came out, much more realistic to the stuff that was in the arcades at the time. The problem with the ColecoVision, problem with that company was they decided to go with the Atom computer, and they tried to expand that, going into computers, and they lost millions of dollars, which actually pretty much put the company into bankruptcy, which, they tried to get too much tech too soon to people, and it was overpriced. So I have one now.
It was on like Donkey Kong.
Yes, it was on like Donkey Kong, Ron T. You bet. But like I said, we probably should save this conversation for video games, but everything pops in on this show.
It's all good.
We'll play Ron. Come over. We'll hang out, wings, and competition.
Sounds like a fun night.
Fun night. Oh, yeah, man. We got to pull out some of my retro consoles and have some sessions. We would love that. Get a bunch of GoPros around the room. Nice.
GoPro before we had the Xbox camera, PlayStation camera.
The cameras.
What was I about? Let's see.
Well, no, you were touching on hockey. I mean, yesterday's games were kind of. I don't know how the 49ers had a problem putting away the
Chargers.
Yes, the Chargers aren't that strong. I mean, they have a good quarterback, but I don't understand. I thought that the 49ers were going to win that easily, and it ended up becoming a much closer game than I thought.
Yeah, well, the last games are having a lot of injuries, so.
That's true. Does anyone know how bad is Cooper Kupp injured?
I can look that up right now if you want.
I know it wasn't the major injury they thought it was, which was a good thing, but I don't know how long he's going to be out.
Let's see what we can find.
With Maddox now moved to the IR, he's going to miss the next 4 games. But the teams we're facing are not. We have enough of a secondary to take care of that, I believe. Ron, Ron? I need you to weigh in on the Eagles tonight, buddy. Come on, man. Why are you holding out on me?
Initial testing on him. He appears to have a worst case scenario.
Yeah, he avoided it. That I read.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
All right, John's still looking up injury reports.
No, so the Warriors are by week this.
There we go. Ron is weighed in. Birds for the win, and it's going to be big. Trust, Ron's the only person on the planet that has a crystal ball that predicts sports for him. So if you bet with Ron Tesson, you will be a millionaire. It's a fact.
That is by that sports almanac from Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's Ron. Ron, you went to the future and came back, buddy. Awesome.
So I knew they were talking about him possibly coming back. Once Washington gets Jay Jones back, I will have good defense a lot. Jay's going to be the game changer on that defense.
Well, Wentz returns to Pennsylvania.
Well, he's out.
Wait, what?
He's been out.
I did not know he was going to be out for tonight's game.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, Ron, good. He got the almanac. That's awesome, Ron. Just like in the episode of Back to the Future.
Should I call him good?
Yeah, Ron. No, Ron. I didn't know you were a closet millionaire, Ron. I mean, I had suspicions, but
I mean, if you ask John, I can't know the answer.
he's got them all. That's why Ron Testing's the man. And Ron's a pretty good bowler too. He won't say that, but he's a good bowler.
Much better than me.
Yeah, Ron really has a great game. I know you're gonna say no, Ron, but you do. Trying to think about more stuff from yesterday. The Bills, and that was probably the game of the year. Bills Vikings. Holy cow, that game was ridiculous.
That's what they were. I didn't see any of that game, unfortunately, but I heard a lot of stories.
I watched a little bit, and then I watched the highlights. So it wasn't too bad. I mean, not too bad. It was a good game, great game. It was a very good game, but I believe, like you said earlier, the Bills threw it away. Renaissance man.
Another crazy game was Detroit and Chicago.
That's all I have to say about that game.
Well, Justin Fields, another 147-yard rushing. Like, the kid's proven it was wrong. The only reason they lost that game is they missed an extra point, and Detroit went down and scored and won by 1 point.
Yeah, kicking's been kind of weird across the board this year.
Yeah.
In general, people are missing a lot of stuff.
I don't know why it's so easy.
We have one job, and you get paid to just do that. I understand it can be slightly difficult, but that's all you do. I mean, I don't know. That's my take on the matter of kicking and punting. Punting, people have bad games. The punting game on it hasn't really dropped off. They had bad kicks once in a while, but man, kicking extra points is difficult this year. It's crazy. It's just nuts.
So Michael Harris is the second center fielder for Orlando Braves, National League rookie of the year. He edged out his teammate Spencer Strider. They just announced it.
I can see why you wouldn't, Curtis. The pressure is immense. I will say that they do have a lot of pressure on them, so that could be part of the reason. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Curtis.
That's debatable.
Yeah, but there's pressure. It's just that's the only. I never knew that kickers actually take their foot and go over by a heater till yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how kickers in the past have lit their foot on fire. I think that's funny as hell to me. I was like, what? It's crazy.
Oh, tonight's game, how do you keep
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's known to make a couple of errant throws. So
Yeah, I don't know much about him, Ron. So whatever you and John are talking about, I don't know much about him. I didn't even know Wentz was out. That's how bad I am for a sports show. I didn't even know that.
hey, Dave. Who's Dave?
Dave.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm confused.
Yeah, Ron T. I don't know who that is, baby.
I'm confused.
Confused. John, you've gone silent on me.
I'm looking in the chat. See if it says anyone about a guy named Dave. So
What was up with Pittsburgh? Man, TJ Watt in the lineup, it just instantly makes a difference. I just love how he's that good.
yeah, well, when you have a brother named JJ Watt, you're looking for the best. You know what I mean?
Ron, I still it works for me. Dave. Oh. Thank you, Ron. That's awesome. Now I know what you mean. Sorry, Ron. I'm a thick-headed idiot. So thank you. It's awesome, man. I appreciate it, Ron. Appreciate the support of the channel, man. As everybody knows, It's basically me, John, and then, of course, Ron Tessing is our fact checker. He knows everything about, like I said, current sports and professional wrestling. Good historian of that.
Well, you said you were going to do a wrestling show, right?
We're going to do a wrestling show. Ron will come. I know Ron will be on that with me.
Well, let me know. I'll make you an intro.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Ron and I. Ron knows a lot. Even though I know a lot, Ron, he knows more of the intricacies of everything. I butter you up there, Ron. The whole show. The Ron Tessing show.
So, movies too. Yeah. Well,
yeah, Ron, you have a lot of information, period. So yeah, you can be on a movie night too, man. We'll have you anytime as a guest host. Love to have you.
Friday night movie night.
What?
Friday night movie night.
It's true. It's just Ron's got a tough schedule at times.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a district manager for Blockbuster for 13 years. Ron, how's it? I've bowled with you for like 10 years, and yet I don't know any of this stuff.
You learn something new every day.
I learned something. Yeah, Josh Johnson, I learn something new every day. Wow. I know you were for now. Did you come directly from there, Ron? Blockbuster to where you're at now? I didn't know. I don't know. Ron.
Pardon, like he's a little slow.
Yeah, I'm slow. I am slow.
Sorry, we all love you.
What's going on? Yeah, I was complaining this to John. Why does it take baseball a month after the World Series to get every award out? I'm like, it should be done like the week after or a few days afterwards. Instead, here we are. What's been 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks, and we still don't know. We won't know till later this week who the MVP is, who I think that Judge should win. And the reason why I say that is, yeah, check it out. Yeah, I got the retro.
Yeah, the same one every week.
Yeah, I'm going with Jaws tonight. It's Dvorsky authentic. So
you can see Mike in the background if you want. Wait, Mike.
Where? I'm over here.
Loading's done before you. Yeah.
Yeah, right, Ron. So I don't understand. Right. And if you got to wait to the end of the World Series, I get that. Like John had mentioned, not overshadowing the World Series, but I think by now we should know who won everything. And I think that, and the reason why I want to let you know why Judge, should win it for numerous reasons. He almost won the triple crown. He set a new record in home runs. But here's my thing for Ohtani. Ohtani is a great two-way player. There's no doubt about this. Okay, but if you're going to give it to him because he has a great offensive year and a great pitching, it's going to happen pretty frequently. So what does he do? Take the MVP home every year because of that? I just don't think that's, if someone has a breakout season, has a really breakout season like Judge did, I don't think you constantly put Ohtani up against him because he's a two-way player. I just don't agree with that.
Well, you're going to.
What?
You're going to, though. Because they're looking at the game as a whole.
They are, and I understand that, but you set the American League record for home run, you set the American League. That's the home run record's been forever, and he came this close on average, to winning the Triple Crown for that, thing. And I just don't understand why Ohtani thinks he's going to win. I'm like, if he wins, I'm just going to say it's rigged, because then you might as well give it to him every year. So, thanks, Curtis. I agree, as you know.
I was going to say, you're not going to agree with that comment. So.
Trotter. Oh.
Jeremiah Trotter. Come on.
Yeah, I know now.
But you don't know what college you went to.
No, I don't know where Trotter went.
Stephen F. Austin. Sorry.
Where?
Stephen F. Austin.
Oh, I did not know this. Where is that? Didn't they mention? Is that kid from North Dakota, the one that had a breakout game with the Packers?
Watson?
Yeah, that receiver. Did he come from? I could have saw they said he came from North Dakota.
Tell you 1 second.
Yeah, Chris, he did. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that what Ohtani does isn't great. It is amazing. A two-way player can put up those kind of numbers. But like I said, I've said numerous times, I'm just like, well, if that's how voters are going to vote because of the difficulty level, and he has a decent year after year with those kind of numbers, you just hand it to him every year. I mean, I just don't think that should be it.
You North Dakota State.
Yeah, baby.
Mike's actually my friend.
Mike actually knows where someone went to college. That's amazing. That's usually a John or a Ron Tessing remark because, like I said, those two know a lot.
Well, when I talk about college, you had some crazy games in college, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
also had a very sad strategy last night.
Even with the football players.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 died today. Virginia, right?
Yep.
Horrible.
You know, they said an ex-player did the shooting.
That's just mass shootings, guys. I mean, it's crazy now.
It's the same.
People get, butt hurt or frustrated, and they take it out by killing people.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. No, Ron. That's not what I'm saying. You listen to me, John. I said, Ron, I told you that it is amazing he puts up those numbers. I got no problem with that him being in the discussion. But if he's going to put up those good numbers every year, and then he becomes that nobody else can slip in there as an MVP, you might as well give it to him every year because of the difficulty factor. I don't think that's fair. I just don't believe that's fair. And if Judge loses to that, I'm going to have more of a problem with it. It'd be the same way if somebody else had a phenomenal reason. Yes, it's because I'm a Yankees. It's great. But if it was on another team, I would still say the same thing. I mean, Ohtani gets it because of the difficulty factor. And he's doing both at a high level. I don't know. Right. I wouldn't give it to him every year. Maybe he could be in discussion every year, but I think you got to look at, like I said, what Judge accomplished. The home run record and almost had a Triple Crown, which is really tough to get. And he almost had it. So I'm not going to keep repeating it. I know I've said that like 19 times probably in the show. Good point, Ron. Before they moved him, to pitcher. Yeah, I mean, moved him out of the pitcher slot. I think Babe Ruth would have, you make a good point there. Babe had huge numbers and he could pitch shutouts. So, I would think, you're right. He would have put up a few. You're right. You're right. He would have because he did it, so. So I don't know how many, I would say, but it probably would have been a lot, Ron. You make a good point. You make a very, very good point.
Well,
he was also setting home run records then, too. Ohtani gets a lot. He got 32. I forget how many he got this year in the 30s. I know it was somewhere. And he pitched beautiful. I understand it, but you can't just constantly give it to him. But like you said, Babe Ruth would have got it constantly. So I see where you're coming from. Because Babe Ruth would have got it too. Putting up huge home run numbers with, he was a better pitcher in his day than Ohtani is now.
Yeah. Well, again, it changed also.
Yeah, it is different. Plus, there was no 2 players back then. 2-way players, right? He was one, but was that a regular thing back then?
Don't think so.
Ron, if you know, let me know. If that or John, because I know they talk about Ruth in the 2-way thing, but did they have? Well, obviously he was one, but was that a prevalent thing back then? I have no idea if that was that prevalent. Never looked it up, and so I'm a little ignorant on the subject.
Well, there's a list I just found. Yeah, Shohei, Babe Ruth, Michael Loizon, Old Rogan, Martin DeHago, Leon Day. Probably one you know is Rick Ankle.
I do know Rick Ankle.
He's probably one that's most notable.
But wasn't he converted to a pitcher?
I want to say he was a pitcher first.
And then to the outfield. Yeah, he was a 2-way player, but he wasn't. He was okay, but he wasn't. I don't think he was both ways until I don't know if was he 2 ways, or no. I think he wasn't. He lost his pitching, so he went to the outfield.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, Ron. Like John was naming, there's not many. So I see what you're saying, Ron. Yeah, there wasn't many, but you're right. Like I said, I agree with what you're saying about that. I'm just sitting here trying to put my head. Oh, well, yeah. John talking about college football was crazy this week. I'm glad the polls came out the way we did because, everybody. I know there's a lot of all Alabama fans, which are a lot of them true and a lot of bandwagon ones. Okay, but it's not like that should have moved them up that game because it wasn't like they handled it perfect. Didn't handle it as strong as they have in previous years. They don't deserve to be in the playoffs this year.
Well, they're not in the playoffs right now.
No, they don't deserve. That's what I'm saying. They lost 2. They could have lost 4. So, it's just they're not as strong as in previous years.
No.
They're just not.
And either Ohio State or Michigan's going to fall out because they play each other last game of the season.
They do. It's true. So that's going to be, unless it's a tie game or, that's not going to be, that's not going to be it. I think Georgia repeats this year, personally.
Georgia's a stout team.
What?
And just scout team, like one of the best.
Yeah, Georgia's got a crushing defense, and then they have an offense that's extremely good as well. They got both. So,
Okay.
though I'll tell you something, I don't mind. By the way, let me talk about students running onto the court, field, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm sorry when it's like the third or fourth game of the season, Rutgers beat upset Villanova, right? Okay, it's not even to storm the court. Are you kidding me? It's like game 3 or 4 of the season. You know, it's not even in. I don't even know. You're not even in your division yet, and you guys are flooding the thing. I understand Villanova is a high-ranked team. And they were, favored to beat you, but come on, this isn't like you guys won to get in the playoffs. And I'm sorry, like those kind of rushing the field moments just are court that for that one the court I just don't see. I don't see why you do it there, kids. I don't understand.
Get caught in the moment.
Yeah, I mean that's just it's so early in the season. Maybe if Villanova was undefeated for like for a month or two, then you beat them. Maybe you think about it, but it's not. It's too early to be like celebrating big wins. To me, that's my opinion. So.
Yeah, but you're always gonna have it.
Yeah, you're gonna have it with college football too. I don't think college football players should. I don't think your fans should be rushing the field like game 1 or 2 or 3. I mean.
Mm-hmm. Well,
oh, there, Ron's. Thanks, Ron. Once again, interesting stuff that I don't know. Appreciate that. Oh, it's an old Big 5 thing. Oh, okay. All right, Ron. Yeah, I'll have to look that up, Ron, because I didn't know that. Like I said, you have immense knowledge, so I did not know that was from being rivals back. To be honest with you, it's the first time I heard there was a Big 5. I mean, that's how ignorant I am on that subject.
Yeah, well, you got the 5 main schools in Philly. Villanova, Temple.
Yeah, that's true.
St. Joseph, LaSalle, and Drexler.
It was Rutgers, not Temple, right?
It was Temple, Villanova.
It was Temple that won.
Yeah.
I thought it was Rutgers.
Luke Temple.
Sorry, but I've been saying Rutgers this whole time. And it's not Rutgers, as you can see.
So you got me on the fiction bombs.
Yeah, I got Ron and John around.
At least I do it in a nice way.
Yes. You do.
Yeah,
Time to kickoff is getting closer and closer, folks.
it is. That's why we were going to show early.
Yep.
Because no, we'd be just starting.
But yeah, we got to roll for the game. So we wanted to get John and I discussed it, and we wanted to get a quick Gladiators in before the big night.
Yeah. I mean, we can also do another one after you.
That's true. We can do a reactionary one.
Or like I said, watch the game and keep it live.
No, not with the craziness that happens.
Who's crazy? Me or you?
Yeah, both of us. Mostly me.
What's that? The cameras up in front of the TV? We won't show the game, but we should just go.
Yeah, it would be ridiculous.
It might be bad.
Might be bad. Might be very bad.
That'd be a lot of money if I was put on that one. But
What's up, John?
nothing.
I mean, college football. I'm trying to think. Who took their? I forget. Was it TCU? I forget. Someone of the teams that was up there in the top 4 or 5 dropped. It was undefeated, and I can't even think of who it was.
Well, the top 4 right now: Georgia, LSU, Michigan, and TCU.
So it's not TSU. One of the teams that was up there in the top 5 dropped. They lost their undefeated status. So I don't know which team it was. See, that's what I mean. I got to take better notes, guys, before I come on here.
Well, UCLA lost, so they got in the top 10.
Were they undefeated?
No.
This was a team that was ranked higher than that. I thought they were in the top 5.
Oregon.
Were they undefeated? No.
No.
Oregon wasn't.
No.
I don't know. Sorry, guys. Shouldn't have brought it up.
It's all good.
This team's winning now. Georgia, if that's where it stands today, those 4 teams, well, if Michigan, Ohio State, one of them's getting out of there. So it'll probably Tennessee that slips back in there. At least that's my take on it.
It is possible because, like you said, you have Ohio State, Michigan last game of the season, and then you'll have the Big Ten championship game.
Right.
So it would probably come down to Tennessee or whoever is Michigan or Ohio State to get in that playoff.
Yeah, if they stay in the top 4.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they expand the playoffs.
That's going to be great.
I begged for the playoffs. You got a 4-game one. Now I want it to be even bigger. But I don't know how big you go with it. Like, what's the perfect one? Take the top 12 teams? I think that's a little too big.
No, do top 8.
Top 8 would be fine. Yeah, doubling it would be perfect, I would think.
If you double it, you have two lost teams
True.
because you have LSU and Alabama.
I just don't know how you set it up. That's a lot of extra games to play. If you're in the top 8 that get selected or that you get that go in there.
Not necessarily.
That is, the season's going to be, when are you going to start the playoffs? You're going to drag it on over a month.
No, you're just doing bowls.
Oh, use the existing bowl system?
Yeah. Why not?
Huh. Yeah, that would work. I thought you were going to have a playoff thing. Never mind.
No,
Never mind. John's right. That's the best way to handle it.
no, that's what they do now. They use the bowl game as a playoff game.
No, I know. I just thought with it, that I know. I'm just saying with an expanded 8, I didn't know if you could, if you'd have to have extra games.
No.
Well, each round, but you're going to have more games anyways, though, on an 8. So how do you use all the bowls after you exceed? What bowls are going to get it after the big 6, I think it is? The New Year's 6, they call it?
Yeah, something like that.
So, that's 6 games, but that won't cover, will it cover the playoffs? No. 8 becomes 4. 4 becomes 2 championship. I guess you might be able to do it.
Probably.
But you're going to have to use other bowl games.
Good night, Ryan. Thanks for popping in.
Thanks a lot, Ron. Love you, buddy. Thanks for being on. I'll see you Wednesday.
But, yeah, I think he had a good point. The game's about to be destroyed.
It's time for us to roll.
Yeah.
Thanks for jumping on, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, not a crazy night show, but had to get something in. Trying to stay consistent with my content.
Exactly.
So we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night.
I will maybe be on, guys. I haven't been able to make the last couple.
But at least you got me.
I have you. And plus we have Morgan and what? The Peaks.
The Peaks.
The Peaks will be handling most of that duties with John tomorrow.
And then we have Friday night movie night. Last one good movie. No, wait. We have one more before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think we do.
I'll figure it out.
What movies are this week? I forgot.
We haven't decided yet.
That's what I thought.
But,
We'll let you know soon.
yes.
All right.
But go Eagles.
Go Eagles, sweet, everybody.
Thanks for watching.